Hi, my name is Rachel Hafner, and today I'll be presenting on my work with Dr. Anna Lambrechts on the preferred delay for integration of audiovisual stimuli in ASD. In other words, this is a presentation about our project that asked whether autistic individuals prefer a greater length of time between the presentation of an image and a sound. As a basis for our study, we looked at similar research that has been done in the past. From this prior research, we know that people usually create a short delay between the start of a gesture and the start of the speech it accompanies. This delay is so common and so short that it is almost unnoticeable, usually lasting less than half a second long. However, we also know that autistic speakers tend to have even a little bit more time between a gesture and speech. Again, this is a small, split-second difference that is hard to notice. Additionally, one of the well-known traits of autism is the differences in understanding social communication cues. An aspect of this is that, in general, gestures aren't as effective in helping autistic individuals understand what other people are saying. Given this information, we wanted to learn, does this difference also appear when observing speech and gesture rather than producing it? In order to investigate all sorts of audiovisual stimuli, we set up 3 conditions: a speech and gesture condition, a music and dance condition, and a condition where some rectangles moved alongside abstract noise. In our experiment, we asked our participants to view some side-by-side videos and choose which one seemed more natural. Here's an example of one of the videos from the speech condition.
I used to dance before, different styles of dance, solo dance, but I got really badly injured, so I had to stop.
You may have noticed a slight difference between the 2 sides. That's because one side was the original video, and the other side was muted and adjusted to play slightly before or after the other one. After having participants rate which video felt more natural over the course of many trials, our goal was to find which delay between the image and sound seemed to be the fan favorite. These graphs describe our findings and show the differences between the preferred delay preference of our autistic and neurotypical participants. This line in the middle of the graph serves as a baseline, indicating that participants didn't prefer one clip over the other. Points that are higher up on the graph show a preference for the original clip, while points that are lower down show a preference for the new time-altered clip. What we found was that both participant groups preferred the new clip more often than the original one when the video happened either a quarter second or a half second before the audio. Both groups seemed to prefer the original clip when either the audio started before the video or the video came first, but the delay before the audio was 1 second or longer. This pattern was more extreme in the neurotypical group, though, who showed a very strong preference for either the original clip or the new clip in certain delays. Among autistic participants, we saw a smoother shift in preference across the different delays. In both groups, this pattern was strongest in the speech condition, but it did happen in the dance and abstract conditions as well. So, what does all this information even mean? Well, it seems that both autistic and non-autistic individuals seem to tolerate, and sometimes even prefer, a little bit more time before the presentation of an image and its corresponding sound, with a preferred delay around a quarter second to a half second long. One theory of why this happens is that the delay means the brain has a little bit of extra time to process images more thoroughly before it hears the sound and has to add that into the mix. Additionally, the autistic participants' subtler preference pattern was significantly different from the pattern displayed by the neurotypical group. This suggests that there may be differences between autistic and non-autistic individuals in the ways combined audiovisual stimuli are perceived and processed in the brain, even though the preferred delay itself does not seem to change. Finally, we found that this preferred delay occurred not only in the speech condition, but also in the dance and abstract conditions. This finding suggests that the benefit of introducing a short delay between an image and a sound applies in both linguistic and non-linguistic contexts. In other words, speech doesn't seem to be special because the delay preference occurs in all sorts of image and sound pairs. That about wraps it up for this presentation. Thank you so much for listening. An extra special thank you goes out to all the participants in our study. If you have any further questions or would like to learn more, please feel free to leave a comment on the video.